Hey everybody, it's Chris Eads, Wootini from GayGamer.net, here with another one of my weekly video podcasts. And this week, much like the last couple weeks, I have done practically no console gaming at all. Because anytime I have the free time when I would normally turn on my PlayStation or Xbox or Wii U, instead I have been trying to marathon all the Veronica Mars episodes for her movie that's coming out shortly. Once Veronica Mars comes out and I have seen the movie, then I won't care and I can get back to gaming. But I've had to just watch one after the other and just slog through the whole 3 seasons. I've just begun Season 3. I don't know why everybody complains about Season 3 of Veronica Mars, because it's not... I mean, it's the same as Season 2, really, in my eyes. Because Season 1 is, like, so good. And I know this is terrible, but I almost kind of think that maybe they should have canceled after Season 1, and then you would have had just... It would have been like My So-Called Life or Freaks and Geeks, where you just had that one perfect season, and it doesn't have a chance to go off the rails. Because the second season, everybody's like, no, it's fine. But it's kind of not. There's way too many plot lines going on, and there's all this stuff happening, and, you know, it becomes a continuing soap opera, and it's less effective at the smaller mysteries than the first season was. And also, by not just having the one major overarching mystery, you have all these little mysteries, some of which don't even really get solved properly, and it's kind of, you know, and then at the end, in the last episode, everything just suddenly happens all at once, and you're just like, and we're done. And then you come back for Season 3, and she goes off to college, and, I mean, it's fine. It's the same kind of thing. There's too many different things going on all at once, and there's no focus, like there was in the first season, on just the one mystery. And also, the people at this college are really irritating, and if I was Veronica, I would just kill them all. But that's just me. So anyway, yeah, so it's still a good show, and I still like Veronica Mars, and I am very much looking forward to this movie, which I am hoping is awesome and not horrible. Especially after all the build-up, you know. I'm just afraid after all this build-up, it can only be disappointing, because when you build something up this much, you run that risk. So, basically, oh, I did play one console game this past week, which was Episode 2 of The Walking Dead Season 2, which you can find my review on GayGamer.net. And I'm finding this season very fascinating because it's, you know, you're caught between, like, human groups who don't trust each other, and you don't know which side to pick, and, you know, I mean, obviously for a Telltale game where you're making dialogue choices, and it's all about your choices and how they affect the outcome of the game, you know, being caught between two groups and not knowing who to trust is, you know, perfect for that kind of setup, you know. And also, if you read my review, you might know this episode actually features a gay couple, sort of. I mean, they don't actually explicitly come out and say this, but, I mean, it's pretty obvious from everything that happens in this episode that they are a couple. Unfortunately, being The Walking Dead, they're not going to be a happy, well-adjusted gay couple that, you know, but it's not good. But I do give them a lot of credit for, like, just treating it very matter-of-factly, that he's like, oh, this is my partner, and, you know, and it's all just very, like, whatever, and nobody really reacts, because I guess in a zombie apocalypse, you're not really concerned about homophobia anymore. Seems natural, I suppose. But The Walking Dead is great, love it, love it. It's so much better than the TV show, it's not even funny. Then I've also been playing a lot of Professor Layton in the Azran Legacy. It's great, it's wonderful. I've only sampled a few of the bonus puzzles, because it looks like there's like 30 different kinds of bonus puzzles, which I don't see how that's possible. I haven't tried them all, but I'm assuming that after a certain point they just become variations on the same theme. So it's the same kind of sliding puzzle, but with like a different skin. So it's like, you know, I don't know. But, because you can't have 30 different puzzles, that's crazy. But those are for the puzzle a day, where you can download all the bonus puzzles and you get a puzzle every single day to keep you occupied for an entire year, which is a great concept. They've been doing it now for a while, but like, I don't play them all because, I mean, who has time for that? Also, right now, I've only sampled a few of them because I'm trying to get through the story, and do all of those puzzles, and the bonus puzzles are what I'll do later. But I never finish all the bonus puzzles, because eventually you get to a point where they start to get a little more difficult, and then you're just like, I got other games to play. But I appreciate the effort of putting out a puzzle a day. So if you want to just do a quick puzzle, you know, you can. You know, if you don't want to get involved in like a whole game with a level or doing stuff, and you just want a quick little puzzle. Although sometimes they're really hard, so they're not quick little puzzles, because you sit there and stew over it for 10 minutes going... But the game is fantastic. The little mini-games that they have, the little mini-game puzzles, are great, except for the one which is super cute, because it's a dress-up game where the characters are like, help me find a really cute outfit. So you have to find all the stuff in your inventory that is cute, and then make her a matching outfit, and then, you know, you'll get a reward, presumably. I don't know, because I haven't been able to pull it off yet, because you start with, like, practically nothing. And people want stuff, but you don't have the items to give them. So it's not like the other puzzles where it's like, oh, here's a new course for your, you know, and you can just solve that puzzle. You need to collect more clothing items as you progress through the game. So I figure I just won't play this mini-game until, like, I'm towards the end of the game and I've collected as much of the clothes as I can. Then I can just whip through and make everybody's outfits all at once. Because you can't win the game if you don't have the inventory to do it. And I am being very, very, very anal retentive about doubling back through all the areas to talk to everybody and try to find all the extra puzzles. You can actually, in Azran Legacy, you have an airship so that you can travel to all the different locations, and you can choose to go back to previous locations at any time, and then, you know, find the extra puzzles that you might have missed the first time around. Or go back there because new puzzles have been added. So I'm like really trying to find them all this time. I never have before, and I'm sure I won't this time either, because I'm always going to miss one. But, you know, it's fun, and I like going back and trying to find all the little secret hidden puzzles and stuff. So, and after that, I don't know, when I finish that, because I am being so anal retentive, it is taking me a little while to finish it, because I'm not just plowing through the story. And then after that, I don't know. I was tempted by the Bravely Default demo, but now I'm just like, that's going to take me a really long time to play, and I'm thinking maybe I should put my 3DS down. I mean, I'll still play Animal Crossing, obviously. But maybe I should go get a Vita game and give that some love now for a little while. You know, just trade off, so my Vita doesn't feel left out. Because there isn't anything coming on PlayStation Plus that I want to get, though. Although I never did play Uncharted on the Vita. I could play that, because I have that. I downloaded it, I just never started it, because I didn't want to get involved. So I could always play that, and I wouldn't have to go buy something new, because there's nothing coming on the Vita on PlayStation Plus that I'm, like, super excited about. I keep waiting for them to put out The Last of Us, but it doesn't seem like that's coming in March, so maybe April. Fingers crossed. Because I don't want to go out and spend the money if it's going to just show up for free. I mean, they just gave Tomb Raider right now. Go get Tomb Raider. If you've got a PlayStation and PlayStation Plus and you haven't played Tomb Raider, you go get it for free because it was awesome. I didn't actually pay for that because it was a Christmas gift, but like I'm now at the point where like they keep putting out games and I'm just like, I spent money on that. So now I'm just kind of like, I'll just, you know, unless I really, really, really want to play something, I'm probably going to just let it slide and see if it shows up for free later on PlayStation Plus, because I'll spend my money on other things that are less likely to show up on PlayStation Plus. And then I can, you know, save some money. Because it's not like there's, no games to play. I have too many. So, this time next week, Veronica Mars will have come out, and I can start playing games again, because I'll be done watching TV. Although, people have told me that Arrow is really good, so that's on Netflix, so I could probably Netflix some episodes of Arrow, but I'll probably play games instead. Alright, I'll shut up now, and let you get back to whatever you were doing before you decided to listen to me ramble on about games and TV and whatnot. See you next time. Bye-bye.